Can you imagine him sat in the classroom? Should we hit the strip joint?
Yeah.
Go see some boobies? Emma, do you want to take us away with number one?
All right, this says, hello, I have a secret that might be hard to believe. Long story short, I found out I was pregnant when I was already 7 months along. Right, these stories fascinate me.
Sorry, what?
7 months along. How did you not know? No period.
Hold on, right.
No bump.
No, she's found out she's pregnant when she's already 7 months pregnant.
Yes.
So has she not fallen pregnant again? So is there not another baby in there?
No, I found out I was pregnant when I was 7 months along. I was
already 7 months along.
I had no clue at all. No bump, no cravings.
Oh, right. Okay. My mind went to she's already 7 months pregnant and then she falls pregnant again. And
I don't think you can get pregnant twice. Unless you have...
Crazy things happen, don't they?
Crazier things have happened.
I thought you were going to be in the Guinness Book Records of world genius here.
Not unless it's twins, I don't think.
7 months
7 months
pregnant.
I was on the pill the whole time and I didn't have periods anyway. Okay, that answers my question. I should have just read.
Yes, you should have
just read ahead. The craziest part is I only took a pregnancy test because I found one while moving house and thought, there's no chance. Let's just take this for fun and bin it. Well, big shock. Even then, I thought I'd be very early on, but it wasn't until I went for a scan. Oh my God, this is so crazy. They told me I was already 34 weeks pregnant. So you got 6 weeks to get ready, basically. It was a whirlwind to say the least, but now I have my little boy who's nearly 2 and I can't imagine life without him. I never believed in cryptic pregnancies before. How could someone not know they're pregnant, right?
Right.
Exactly. But looking back, I genuinely had no idea or any signs. By the end, though, I did have a big bump, so I would have found out eventually. Love you ladies from Amelia.
Wow.
That blows my mind.
That is absolutely phenomenal.
Isn't that insane?
So insane.
I always thought these ones were so fascinating that
I
you'd
would
read in
shit
magazines.
my pants
like,
if I only had 6 weeks to go.
Yeah, until you have the baby. I mean, at least you haven't got to wait for long, I suppose.
Imagine she had nothing all the way to the end and then just went into labour.
Well, this is what I was going to say about like people go, I went to go to the toilet and then like a baby just came out. I'm like, what? How could you not have known you were pregnant?
Wild. Truly.
But also she was on the pill. Not a very good pill.
Yeah, what pill was that?
Name and shame. That is crazy. But now she's got a nearly 2-year-old.
How phenomenal, though.
Lovely.
But how I also find the irony of that people, if you've never taken a pregnancy test or never had children, like when you find a pregnancy test, there's been countless times I've stumbled across one. I'm like, I'm just going to pee on it.
I've never done that.
Haven't you?
No.
I actually really miss waiting for the results, even though I know we're not having a baby.
Negative.
Yeah. And it's that nervousness of looking at the pregnancy test.
Even when you know.
Like, I feel sad that I'm never going to buy another pregnancy test.
Never going to do that again. I've kept all my old ones, have you?
Yeah, but they're all, Colby's ones are like green and yellow because they're so stained. And
I won't even
you
look
can
at
barely
them again,
read them. I kept all the digital ones thinking that they would always say pregnant. They don't.
They run out of battery, do they? I've still got all of mine.
I've got all these blank pregnancy tests. Like, great, this is no use to anybody.
Probably move house and just throw them away. Chuck it, bin it, chuck it, fuck it. What was it?
Check it, bin it,
chuck it, fuck it. Yeah, I'll probably do that when I move house. But it's sad that I know mine were all really intentional. Like, I'm trying for a baby or I think I'm pregnant. I've never just like done one
randomly,
willy-nilly.
I did one sporadically, didn't I, with Renly?
We
won't try him. Because we always knew that we wanted another one after Colby.
But at least you knew like you could get pregnant because you weren't like using protection and stuff. So it was possible.
Yes.
Whereas like with Amelia, she would have been like, there's no way.
There's no way, I'm on the pill.
I would love to know other stories of like surprise, how you found out you were pregnant. Because my friend...
And I really, really, really want to know somebody that's just given birth without knowing the whole time.
Oh, if there's anyone listening who didn't know until the end.
Yes, till they were like, oh my God, I've got terrible gas.
My friend went for an x-ray and they did like a routine urine sample because I think they were like, we can't x-ray you if there's a chance you might be pregnant. And she was like, no, there's no way I am. Tested her wee and they were like, when she went to the x-ray, found out, they were like, oh, yeah, you're actually pregnant. She was like, what?
That's wild, isn't
Crazy.
it? I'd love to find out though at 7 months pregnant. Because
you wouldn't have too long to wait.
I'm so bad at waiting.
But also then you don't get to enjoy all of the pregnancy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Catch-22.
It's a catch-22. You skip some of the bad bits, I suppose, like the early sickness and fatigue, and you get some of the nice bits at the end where you can like feel the baby moving. So maybe actually it's...
She couldn't feel the baby. 34 weeks. She couldn't even feel the baby moving in there.
That's normally at about 20 weeks, isn't it?
I'd say early pregnancy is probably, the first pregnancy is probably about 25 weeks, isn't it? Bless your heart. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Should we roll into number 2?
Yeah, this one says, hi, Soph and Emma. Firstly, I love the pod and have listened to every episode.
Stop it.
What a waste of your time. No, I'm joking. Thank you very much. I'm a bit behind at the minute because I've been busy having a baby.
Wowzers.
Another one.
Another one.
I just wanted to ask for some advice on how to get past the anxiety of making sure my baby eats enough. Sometimes he finishes all of his feeds and other times he only drinks half. He was on a feeding tube for 2 days after he was born, so I'm terrified he'll go backwards and we'll end up in the hospital again. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Jess from Ellesmere Port.
I feel like I've got a few things here.
Yeah, you've probably got some experience here.
Yeah, one, I don't feel like I can only obviously speak on my own personal. I don't know if there's anything technical around it, but I always feel like the baby will only ever eat as much as they want or need. So that's like if they wake up in the night and you feed them, I don't ever believe in not feeding them. Do you know what I mean? Like if Renly has a random night where he wakes up at 2:00, I won't try and settle him to sleep and he's upset. I'll just give him a bottle to make sure that I'm topping him up and keeping his belly full. I'm assuming babies only having milk and not having dinners.
Yeah.
But you could also try little and often. Renly sometimes gets really, really bored on the bottle. So if I'm giving him like a 6-ounce bottle, we tend to now do 4 ounces every 3 hours because he just prefers little and often.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like the feeling, I don't think, of a full weighted milk on his tummy. So he just has little and often. And I feel like he takes more in that respect. You find the ounces add up more, taking little and often.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit of a bugger, but at least it's peace of mind that you know that
they are drinking.
Yeah. And also monitor. Just write down how much he's taken and you'll see if there's a pattern emerging, or the next day, if it's lesser the next day, it might go down, it might go up.
Yeah.
But keep a pattern every day of what he's taking. And then obviously monitor his weight as long as he's gaining weight as well.
Yeah, and his clothes are like filling out.
Filling out his clothes. Make sure he's gaining weight. So again, you can go to weekly weigh to weigh him every week.
You can go to a clinic, yeah.
And also diapers, as long as his nappies are.
Yeah, that's the first thing they always ask you if you go to a doctor or anything. Are their nappies still wet?
Yeah.
Are they weeing? Are they pooing? I'm sure he's fine. All right, should we do the last one?
Yes.
All right, it says, hi, ladies. I got a call from my youngest head teacher. He was 5 at the time while I was at work. She said, I'm calling to discuss inappropriate language with your son. Naturally, I thought he had sworn at someone. She continued, he's been talking about strip joints and boobies. We've explained that this isn't appropriate and we don't want the whole class using the same language. Any idea where this might have come from? My face went bright red. My response was, yes, unfortunately I do. It's from Grand Theft Auto.
Fuck.
Okay, if you don't know, Grand Theft Auto, GTA, is an 18-plus computer game involving missions that can include all sorts of things. I was then stuttering, trying to explain that my 5-year-old doesn't actually play the game. He just drives around and is supervised by us. My husband plays it when the kids aren't around and had apparently shown him how to drive, mentioning not to go to places like the strip joint where men go to see boobies. Oh, Dad. The head teacher's response was, well, if you could have a chat with him and maybe your husband about appropriate language for school, that would be great. I was mortified, but also laughing my head off after the call from Kirsten.
I hope she found the funny side of it. I hope
the head teacher
sounded like she come across as she was very stern,
very serious.
Inappropriate. I will say that Colby, exactly the same situation at our house. Colby does the driving around, but we've said no guns, no killing.
Does Chris play GTA?
But I don't think I've ever said to Colby, don't go in the strip joint. He'd be like, why are they bloody taking their clothes off, weirdos?
Yeah, I don't think you really need to explain. And don't go to the strip joint where men go to see boobies. Was that necessary, Dad?
Oh my goodness, how bloody hilarious is that?
I can't wait till we get to this age with Joseph, because obviously Stefan's a big gamer. He doesn't really play GTA, but he's into like Call of Duty and all of that, which obviously is like...
How funny though, can you imagine him sat in the classroom? Should we hit the strip joint?
Yeah.
Go see some boobies?
Sorry, what?
Dottie would come home and go, never guess what Joseph said at school. He's off to the strip joint.
That'll be him when he's watching Stefan playing the bloody PlayStation. We're going to be in all sorts of trouble.